most Minnesotans had coverage, but that 5% of people that were on the individual market had outlandish premiums and unacceptable deductibles. So they were paying a lot of money to basically be uninsured. And there were two big proposals that were offered to solve that problem. One was by the Republicans, which was called reinsurance, which took $500 million and essentially wrote a check to insurance companies so that they would bring down their rates. And they did for people on the individual market by a modest amount. It was a very expensive solution. It was a very short-term solution, and the decreases that individuals saw was not very much. I don't think, honestly, anyone, even the people who wrote that bill a year later, feel like that was a long-term sustainable solution or actually even a particularly good idea. And so that, I don't think, will be attempted again. Now, that was written last year. It carries through the biennium, so we're not talking about it so much this session. But next session, we'll need to come up with a solution because we'll be back where we were. Democrats like me continue to advance the Minnesota Care public option. So Minnesota Care is an insurance product through the state that is offered to our low-income workers. Currently, we know it holds down costs, we know it provides good care, and what we'd like to do is make that product available through the state to all Minnesotans. So if you're out shopping on the individual market and you have Blue Cross Blue Shield in your area, and maybe you have UCare in your area, and then all of a sudden UCare decides they're going to pull out of your market, so now you're down to just Blue Cross Blue Shield, and they can basically charge you whatever they want because they're the only provider. The state would provide another insurance option called Minnesota Care, and it's not free. You'd have to pay for it like any insurance product. If you were unable to pay for it, it would be subsidized to an extent. We've proven that that provides quality healthcare outcomes and holds down costs. So I continue to believe that's sort of the next thing we've got to do, and I'll keep pushing for that in future sessions. I'm with you on preventive care. Naturally, it's the thing that needs to happen. I will say that in terms of cost control, I have to put a little bit of grain of salt in this discussion. Preventing illness is often messaged as a cost saver, and that's not always the case. The fact that we are healthier makes us live longer, and we end up costing a little bit more. So if you want to hold down costs in healthcare, prevention is actually not entirely the cure. It doesn't solve the problem in fully the way. It's still the right thing to do. I believe in it as a doctor for good health. I believe in it as a neighbor, but it doesn't fix our situations.